the steps of those who walk in peace.
That's it.
I'm here fasting for 7 days to be a witness, to stand in solidarity, to stop the U.S. militarization, to put an end, to close the SOA Wednesdays.
And I find that by fasting, I'm able to focus my thinking. It helps me to commit to the issue.
I'm fasting because I want to be in solidarity with School of the Americas Watch.
Our country has visited more violence for a longer time on Latin America than any other part of the world. That might surprise some people, but it's definitely true.
In our effort to expose and close the Pentagon School of the Americas.
Because Central and Latin Americans do not want the School of the Americas.
Without the School of the Americas trained military, these countries would probably throw the U.S. corporations out of there, because they're not doing the people of these countries any good whatsoever.
Marching to Guantanamo or to the Pentagon.
This is the fast, the 7-day fast to close down the School of the Americas. We're here this week from the 4th until the 11th. We'll be here in D.C. making a presence. We're going to ask Obama to shut down the School of the Americas, doing direct action. We're going to be having a march on April 10th, Sunday, April 10th, over here to the White House. Today, of course, we remember April 4th is the anniversary of Martin Luther King's assassination in 1968. And on 1967, April 4th, he gave his speech about beyond Vietnam, you know, going past looking at U.S. intervention in that country at that time and the U.S. military-industrial complex.
To stand in solidarity with all of the victims, to remember the martyrs, and to repent of our complicity in war and injustice.
Across the bridge at Selma, you came marching side by side. In your eyes, a new world on the way. Hope was in your heart, and justice could not be denied. You sang, "We shall overcome someday." God knows the courage they possessed, and Isaiah said it best.
How beautiful.
How beautiful on mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace.
The university students, those who call for a living wage, land reform, religious leaders like Archbishop Oscar Romero. They have been the targets. We are here to try to get the attention of our President Obama, who has not really addressed this issue in his recent trip to Chile, Bolivia, and El Salvador. Right now, as a result of our encuentro in Latin America, bringing together 20 countries and our counterparts that we have met with over the last years, traveling to 15 of these countries, came two top priorities. Honduras, where there was a military coup just a couple of years ago, where the two top generals involved in this coup, as can be expected, graduates of the School of the Americas. A high priority for us right now in the movement is Colombia and the buildup of these 7 U.S. military bases in Colombia, which really is a threat. We are here once again to say to our president, you have the power by executive order to close this school. In the midst of all of these budget cuts that are going on, cutting schools for our budgets for schools for our children, health care for the elderly, and so many other budgets. We have millions of dollars. We predict something between $60 and $70 million from our tax money going into this combat military school at Fort Benning.
No more. We must stop the dirty war. No must. No more. We must stop the dirty wars. No must. No more. We must stop the dirty wars.
Beginning April 1 of this month and continuing through today, there are events being held all over the United States. And the theme of these events is very simple. It is We Are One. We stand in solidarity with the workers here in this country, but we also stand in solidarity with workers all over the world, and most specifically in Latin America. I wanted to come over here today just to express my admiration for the work that you all are doing. It is extremely important. A worker is a worker is a worker, whether it's in Latin America or it's in the state of Wisconsin. And we salute what you're doing today, and we stand with you.
Stop the killing. That's a message that we could well understand. War is not the answer. Violence is not the answer. You got to be here. You got to be here. You got to participate.
Deep down in my heart, I got the fire of justice. Deep down in my heart, I got the fire of justice. Deep down in my heart.